Hello, guys. We're going to start with a presentation on budgeting in Google Sheets. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about our needs and wants. So, before we begin that, let's talk about what a need is. What we need to live, such as our food and our housing, whether that's an apartment or a home, like a house, and any of the associated costs. That means like the heat for it or the electricity. We need clothing to go to work. We don't need constant new clothing, but we do need the basic clothing. We need medical care in case something happens and transportation, the bus, a car. Our wants are something that it's nice to have, but we don't actually need them. We can live without them, like ice cream, a new skateboard or video game, a brand new phone or sneakers. And a budget helps us decide between those. What happens first? We always pay our needs first, then our wants. So it's a plan for using our money. That's where we're going to use this spreadsheet. We learned how to use it last week. I mean, we got a glimpse of it last week, and we're going to use this to decide where our money goes. So income is the money that you have from your paycheck. It's added to your bank account or to your pocket. But then you have expenses, and that's the money going out, like the bills or things you buy. It's going to take it away from your bank account. And the balance is the money that's available at the end after you take out those expenses. How much money do you have left? Okay, what is the difference between needs versus wants? So if you've already watched the video, you don't need to click here. But otherwise, click here. It'll take you to a video that explains needs and wants. When you get your paycheck, it really is hard to decide what to pay first. To help you decide, that's why we separated it into two categories: what we need and what we want. Then we can use Google Sheets to help us decide. A budget helps you reach your goals. It helps you live within your means, which means the money you have, so that you don't overspend. You know where your money is going, so you can see on a paper, where did I spend my money and can I change that? You're prepared for an emergency. Sometimes life takes you by surprise and you have to have money in order to handle that, like medical care, or your car breaks down, or perhaps um, there's an earthquake or something like that. It's just money set aside for something that you didn't expect. It is a system of tracking your money and spending according to what you want, your priorities. If you know how much you're making, you track how much you're spending, and you're spending less than you make, woo, let's celebrate. That's a good thing. Here are just some examples of our needs and wants. So, rent, like our house or our apartment, gas and electricity for that house. You need, heat or lights. And we also need to buy food. Okay, just some examples of our needs. Okay, also our wants. So this is stuff we want. We don't really need it, but it's nice to have after we pay for our needs. So wants are video games, going to the movies, pack of gum, snacks. Now, new shoes and new clothes, sometimes they are a need because maybe there's holes in your clothes or your shoes are worn out, but you don't need a bunch of shoes. You don't need a bunch of new clothes. Just the basics to do your job. Um, you don't need extras. All right. So that's the end of this. I want you to complete the Google form after you've watched the video and gone through this slideshow. And I'll see you next week. Bye.